protecting family farms and ranches for over 130 years. Farmers Mutual of Nebraska understands the hard work and dedication of Midwest agriculture. Experience customized coverage backed by personalized service and unmatched financial strength. Keeping your insurance local just makes sense. Visit fmne.com to contact an agent for a free no-obligation quote. Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, always alongside you.
Trophy in the middle.
Can I take a drink of this?
Yes.
Oh, bet. Let's go. Well, bracelet with it too.
He's good.
It's cold too. Seth, you're making me nervous.
You guys want Seth up here? Okay.
He'll get nervous.
This is the Farmers Mutual of Nebraska post-game press conference for the Class A state champion, Papio South Titans, first-time champions. With us today, Coach Joe Heiser, number 20, Bryson Ball, number 24, Jaden Herrera, and number 22, Reese Kircher. Coach Heiser, if you would start with some general comments about the game.
Well, that was a fantastic game. Westside gave us everything they had, and they had a great second half, but I really loved our response, especially there in the fourth quarter when we needed some stops. We got them, and obviously we had some big buckets by these players.
Questions?
Question for Bryson and for Reese and for Jaden as well. You guys have been part of this journey, especially Bryson and Reese playing, for all 4 years here. To be able to cap it off with the state championship, how does that kind of complete that journey for each of you guys?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it just completes, 3 straight years of falling just short of even making state. And then, our last year we get to make it, and making it all the way and winning it is just everything that we've ever wanted and everything that we've worked for all 4 years.
I mean, the dream's been ever since, we knew each other. We always knew we were going to be really good senior year. And this is, we've accomplished it all, so it feels really good.
Just falling short those years and then getting it with these guys is just amazing.
And then for Coach, you mentioned how earlier this week you mentioned Steel Forged, that this group was Steel Forged by those losses, by previous seasons. What went into what resulted in this trophy this season?
Yeah, first of all, we have a saying that says that, a hammer shatters glass but forges steel. And those 3 years, especially the last two, were just anguish, heartbreaking, and yet what didn't happen is these guys fragmenting apart. Instead, they united even closer together and just made a vow to, every day from the beginning of August to now, these guys have been putting in the work, and they've been doing it together and helping to build each other up. And not just these three, it's the whole team. And just so proud of them for doing, really hard things. And that's what getting the state championship is all about.
Joel, you're a man of faith. How has that affected the journey, through the past 3 years, and how does it affect or shape the reaction to what's happened here?
Yeah, first of all, we praise him in the storm as well. No one was interviewing us at the end of, district losses, and that was to God be the glory as well. This one, obviously, we praise him, but just knowing that he's alongside us through the suffering, and he's able to kind of give us that strength to take the next step, to keep on going. It's so easy in this day and age of athletics to kind of just quit and go the other way. These guys continue to go forward and to do it together, and I think a lot of that has to do with their faith as well, at least in each other, and I know in God himself too.
Bryson, talk about going to the line after Healy fouled you. How much did he catch you on that, and then going to the line?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie and say I wasn't nervous because in the past I've had those free throws like last year. And I missed both, so that was in the back of my mind, but I knew just to calm down, take a deep breath, and go one shot at a time and not think about the rest of it.
Did you realize you went 20 for 20 here in PBA?
I didn't know what it was. I knew it was around that.
Right. That's after his 1 for 6 in district finals. So we had to hold him to a much higher standard.
We don't talk about that.
Baz,
For any of the players, and you guys talked about the past trials and tribulations, the district final losses, was today kind of a microcosm of that when you get out to a lead and they make that run and come back in the third quarter? Are you thinking back to that stuff at all as you're kind of coming back there in the fourth?
No, when we were built for that. You know, we were built for the tough times and just trusting each other. When you trust in your teammates, those tough times become a lot easier, and you just go back to what you do and go back to your training.
Just like he said, doing it together just makes it so much easier.
As coaches, we were thinking about it. And that's why, I mean, if you saw every huddle, right away, Coach Cooley would get right down in front of them and just remind them that we have a saying, we want to have strong responses, and we're built for that because we've been very intentional with our responses and to do it in a way that is united and together.
Jacob.
Reese, how big was Jaden's contributions? 8 in the fourth quarter, 17 in the game, especially when they started taking away more opportunities for Bryson as the game went on.
Huge. I mean, they're going to leave him open for some reason. I'm going to find him. He's going to knock him down. I don't know why they left him.
Jaden, you had shot well the first day, didn't shoot very well yesterday. How were you able to mentally come back?
Just the coaches giving me the confidence, like we had a walkthrough this morning, just telling me to stay shot ready and just keep feeding me that confidence. I think just gave it to me.
When you guys are hitting those big shots, these have been the biggest crowds of the tournament for your guys' games, and you see the response from your student section, from your fans, and what are the emotions like as you're coming back down the court, to play defense?
Yeah, I mean, it just instills confidence in us and just brings more energy to the defensive end, and it just helps a lot, yeah.
Jacob?
And I think you probably have the largest cheering section in any game that I could ever go to. What did it mean to you to be able to cap this journey with your family, having all them in the stands here cheering you on?
It's just amazing. They all show so much love, and can't say enough about them. They're just amazing, and I love them.
Does this feel for you guys the way maybe in the dreams, does reality match the dream?
It's way
for
better.
Emotions?
It's way better. Way better than you would have thought.
I have to agree with that.
Coach, you talked about years ago that you knew that this team was special and that this program was capable of this. What does this mean to you just to celebrate it with this team, with the community, with the fans who came out today?
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. This win goes to, for one, my coaching staff and Coach Cooley and Coach Simpson and Coach Keller. I mean, those three with me have been 22 years together, and that's just unprecedented, I think, in this day and age of coaching staffs. And so my strength is my coaching staff. It's not me, it's them. And so to have them alongside me and to celebrate this with our community, it's not only for this present team, but it's for all those 21 years of players that have put on the Titan uniform that have went before us, because it's been a journey. It's been hard, and yet our admin and people that are, in places of power, they've just continued to believe in us and understand that our why is, a lot more important than our how.
Adam, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Adam.
I was just going to say, Bryson, what's it been like to play for Papio South and represent them on such a big stage? And in response to that, Coach, what has Bryson meant to the program?
Yeah, I mean, it's meant a lot to me. My first few siblings went to Monarchs, and I followed my brother to Papio South, which growing up, I watched all the Monarch games because my brother was playing, so I always thought in my mind. And then I came to Papio South and came here with Coach Heiser, and it's been amazing. I mean, it's been better than anything I could have imagined, and finally winning one for him and doing it for all the coaches too was just amazing.
Well, I mean, anytime you have a player that says he wins it for you, that's enough said. Bryson he's a special player. He is wired to win. It's just, I mentioned it earlier, it's the ball way. They're just great competitive spirits in them, and that it's contagious. I mean, it's contagious, and it just spreads like wildfire through everybody. And that's why this team is often, you'll see them respond the best when they got some spirit to them and they're slapping the floor, clapping each other, and sometimes they go and toe the line a little bit with some of their things, but that's what I guess Coach Simpson and Coach Heiser are for, to kind of hold them back on that stuff. But that hype video, I don't know, that was a little too much.
For the four of you, what will be the moment you take away from this season? Is there going to be one moment that sticks?
All of it. Everything. Going out with the guys, early mornings with the guys, everything.
Yeah.
Jaden?
Exactly what he said. Just doing it with these guys every morning, every practice. Those team breakfasts, love those. Like eating food.
You have to go with that, grinding all fall long, starting from like the first or second week of school. You really just don't want to show up to those, and then you show up and you get with the guys, and eventually, the first few minutes, you just love being there. So just every moment with these dudes is amazing.
I mean, for us, I can speak on behalf of the coaches. There's the old saying, there's joy in the journey, and what's the most important thing? Is it the end or is it the journey? And I used to think it was always the journey, but actually it's who you are on that journey with. And there was never a day that I did not look forward to seeing these guys in practice, and never a day that I did not look forward to seeing these guys at 6 a.m. working in the gym. Never a day I didn't look forward to seeing these guys on the court playing hard-fought games, and there's just never a day that I've wanted to not be with my coaching staff. They're the best.
Peter.
Question for Bryson. I think you had mentioned earlier this week about making a promise to win a title your senior year here. What went into kind of keeping that promise, any pressure that might have come with it, and what does it feel like to be able to keep that promise?
Yeah, I made that promise 2 years ago as my sophomore year. I said by the time I'd leave, I'd get a state championship for the school. And, it's in the back of my mind, but at the same time, it was more important to get one with all of these guys and coaches than, keep that promise. But the fact that I could fulfill that promise and do that for the school is amazing.
TV, anything? Okay, congratulations once again, Papio South Tigers. You guys can take the waters, take the towels, take the bracelets, and take the trophy with you.